This week on ATV News, Speaker of the House Paul Ryan announces his retirement, the United States launches airstrikes in Syria, and the Kardashian family gains a new member. I'm Max Aboko-Cole.
And I'm Savannah McCann. ATV News starts now.
Following viral internet fame, the Walmart yodel boy, also known as Mason Ramsey, finally got the opportunity to yodel in front of his largest crowd ever at the annual 2018 Coachella Music Festival. Ramsey, who went viral on social media due to his catchy and unique yodeling in an aisle of his local Walmart, has appeared on the likes of Ellen and other television platforms. When asked on Ellen why exactly he decided to perform in his town's Walmart, Ramsey had to say, "Because that's the only store we've got." Ramsey comes from a town of only 700 people.
The job as Secretary of State may be filled soon. Former Congressman and current CIA Director Mike Pompeo is in the final stages of the interviewing process. Earlier this year, President Trump fired former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. Pompeo sat down with senators this week and discussed filling seats in the State Department and his plans for a policy towards Russia. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee has not set a date to vote on Pompeo. However, the committee might not confirm Pompeo, as at least 3 Democrats and 1 Republican on the panel are already saying that they will vote against Pompeo. Let's turn to Kelly Connor for your politics report.
Thanks, Savannah. I'm Kelly Connor with your Politics Report. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan announced Wednesday that he will retire in January after serving in Congress for 20 years. Ryan said he's leaving to spend more time with his family, as he does not want to become a quote-unquote weekend dad. On Friday, Ryan endorsed Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy to succeed him as leader of the House of Representatives, saying, quote, "I think we all believe that Kevin is the right person," end quote. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg testified before Congress last week to discuss social media privacy and the use and abuse of data. Congress called Zuckerberg to testify after the media reported in March that Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm with ties to the Trump campaign, harvested private data from 87 million Facebook users. During a joint hearing before the Senate Commerce and Judiciary Committees, Zuckerberg took responsibility for the breach of users' private data and said that Facebook is currently investigating developers that have access to users' private data to guarantee that they are not misusing it. You can check whether Cambridge Analytica might have stolen your data by logging into Facebook and visiting the Help Center. For ATV News, I'm Kelly Connor.
Thanks, Kelly.
You know, Savannah, it's interesting to see that Mark Zuckerberg is finally being held accountable for all this Cambridge Analytica stuff.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch some of the hearing, and it was absolutely crazy. And, you know, Zuckerberg, Zuckerman, who's to say? In true Kardashian form, this week, Hollywood has been buzzing about Khloe Kardashian's baby girl. She gave birth on April 12th, surrounded by her family and boyfriend, Tristan Thompson. It was unclear if Thompson would be at the birth due to cheating allegations that surfaced this week. The rumors are not that shocking, since it seems that this is a trend with Thompson. He cheated on his ex-girlfriend during her 3rd trimester as well. 5 different women have come forward stating that they have been with Thompson while he was with Khloe. The couple was first rumored to be together back in 2016 and have been together ever since.
Are you tired of watching real-world political drama on the news? Catch the Scandal series finale Thursday night at 10 p.m. on ABC. After 7 seasons of dark and twisty plotlines, fans are saying goodbye to the series' most iconic characters, most notably Olivia Pope, a trench coat wearing, red wine drinking powerhouse who spends her time fixing problems for Washington's elite. Scandal made headlines when it premiered because Kerry Washington, the actress who plays Pope, was the first black female star in a network drama in almost 40 years. Scandal opened doors for its female stars. Bellamy Young, who plays First Lady and then President Mellie Grant on Scandal, told the New York Times, quote, "Our writers opened up a whole rainbow of womanhood on screen, and we got to be all of our colors. Beautiful and horrible and driven and vulnerable and courageous and terrified." Let's turn to Shekinah Collier with your entertainment report.
Thanks, Max. I'm Shekinah Collier with your entertainment report. Grab some friends and go listen to the AU Gospel Choir perform on Wednesday, April 18th. The singers are hosting their spring concert in the K Spiritual Life Center from 8:45 p.m. to 10 p.m. Take a break from studying and head to the Quad on Monday, April 30th for movie night at 8 p.m. hosted by us, American Television. ATV will play The Princess Bride and Scoops to You will serve free ice cream. Broccoli City, the annual music festival that raises awareness about Earth Day and sustainable living, is taking place in Washington on Saturday, April 28th. Migos, Miguel, Cardi B, Daniel Caesar, and more are scheduled to perform. Buy your tickets now on www.ticketmaster.com. For ATV News, I'm Shekinah Collier.
Thanks, Shekinah.
I'm so excited for the ATV movie on the quad.
I'm excited for the ice cream personally, but that's just me.
Me too. Let's turn to Robin Walters for your sports report.
Thanks, Savannah. I'm Robin Walters with your sports report. The Washington Nationals lost to the Colorado Rockies 2-1 on Friday night, making them 6-8. Third baseman Anthony Rendon left the game after the 5th inning because of a foul ball hitting him in the foot. Fortunately, x-rays after the game were negative for breaks or fractures. The New York Mets are on a 9-game winning streak after beating the Milwaukee Brewers 5-6 on Friday night. The crowd cheered for the Mets' top player, Todd Frazier, after he scored 2 home runs. The Mets are 11-1, and they're looking to maintain their winning streak as the season progresses. Let's turn to the PGA. Patrick Reed won the 2018 Masters Tournament 15 under par, beating fan favorites Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth. Reed was so excited to show off his green Masters jacket that he wore it to a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. The 2018 NFL Draft is less than 2 weeks away. This year, the draft will take place in Dallas, Texas. The Cleveland Browns will have the first pick this year after their 0-16 season. The New York Giants, New York Jets, Denver Broncos, and the Indianapolis Colts will also pick early on the draft after their not-so-successful seasons. For ATV News, I'm Robin Walters.
Thanks, Robin.
You know, if I won a PGA tournament, the first place I would go would definitely be a Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, good choice. Better hope it's not a Sunday.
Oh, you're right.
Sadly, yet another whale washed ashore dead. A sperm whale died after swallowing 64 pounds of plastic debris. The whale was found off the coast of southern Spain in late February. The El Valle Wildlife Rescue Center conducted an investigation and recently announced that the whale's cause of death was the plastic bags, ropes, nets, and other debris found in the whale's stomach and intestines. His death led to an infection which ultimately killed him. The male sperm whale is an endangered species and is protected by the Endangered Species Conservation Act. Multiple government campaigns have started to work on raising awareness to the ever-growing plastic problem in oceans. The European Union is pushing to transition to have all plastic recyclable or reusable by 2030, with many agencies around the world discussing phasing out non-biodegradable plastics completely.
Will Ferrell was left unscathed after a car accident Thursday night that left 2 others with injuries. Of the 4 people in Ferrell's SUV, Ferrell's driver and another passenger were admitted to the hospital with minor injuries, while Ferrell and the other passenger in the car were reportedly unhurt. The 2-car accident resulted in Ferrell's SUV overturning after the other car in the accident veered into the SUV's lane. Ferrell was returning to LA after hosting a voter registration event in San Diego as his iconic Anchorman character, Ron Burgundy. Now let's turn to Margot Wright for your World News Report.
Thanks, Max. I'm Margot Wright with your World News Report. The United States, the United Kingdom, and France have launched coordinated airstrikes in Syria, hitting targets linked to the Syrian regime's chemical weapons program. The airstrikes serve as a form of retaliation against Syria after a chemical attack on the city of Douma killed around 75 people. British Prime Minister Theresa May spoke with President Trump on Thursday. The 2 leaders agreed that the Assad regime had, quote, established a pattern of dangerous behavior in relation to the use of chemical weapons, end quote. In eastern Ghouta, families have created suburbs underground after the destruction caused by 6 years of war. A man living in Ghouta said that the whole city is connected by tunnels, noticing that there is a long distance between underground hospitals. In the midst of the new internet regulation, the Tanzanian government has created a $930 fee for people who want to have an online blog. This fee gives Tanzanian authorities unprecedented control over the internet in their country. Bloggers are not the only ones affected by the government's decision. Radio stations, online streaming platforms, online forums, social media users, and internet cafes are also affected. The government has also placed restrictions on the content people are allowed to share, banning any content that might cause annoyance or lead to public disorder. Internet activists argue that the new restrictions limit the freedom of the Tanzanian people. For ATV News, I'm Margot Wright.
Thanks, Margot. It definitely seems like the situation in Syria is escalating.
It is so scary. We're going to have to see what will happen next. That is it for ATV News this week and for the rest of the semester. Thanks for joining us. I'm Savannah McCann.
And I'm Max Aboko-Cole. We'll see you again next fall, and we'd like to thank our producers Kelly and Britt for doing such an incredible job and putting up with us throughout the years. Unfortunately, this is their last broadcast, and they'll surely be missed. But until next time, see you around.